hard time realizing I wasn't watching an episode of Walking Dead. Maybe the Game of Thrones with, what's her name, getting tomatoed, walking through the fucking city.
The peers that bullied and brutalized them are a reflection of the wicked adults. Yes. Who do the same in politics and media.
When I first seen this video, I still had no idea what this group was doing out on this street corner. I'm just trying to connect. What is it that this group is out here fighting for? Or what are they mad about? What's the whole shaming about? We'll get to it here in a second, but hang tight. Ooh, well, she said that. She said Greg Abbott with some gusto there, didn't she? That's Sarah Rodriguez, Gonzalez, or something. She's Sarah something. Shorty right here. Oh, manly looking shorty. I know she was in that last Sex in the City. I seen a couple clips of that. She's something else. So it turns out this group is out on a street corner protesting the young kid who died in Oklahoma a couple days ago. Nex Benedict is her name. Their name. And I'm going to preface all this with a whole bundle of nothing I'm going to say is in direction to Nex. This video is more directed at the adults and the people of what they take tragedies and use them for politically. Because it's actually fucking disgusting. Honest to God, when I first seen this clip, this particular clip, I had no idea what they were out there hubbubbing about. And then once I realized it, and you start catching what they're talking about and who they're mad at, kind of left me confused a bit. Wasn't quite sure their whole kind of direction of their anger when it come to this tragedy. Because regardless of where anybody might sit politically, this is a tragedy. A child has died. Regardless of how the child died, the child is now dead. And that is a tragedy. There is a family now without their daughter. And it's actually sickening when you see what people do with the tragedy. How they use it for their political gains, for their ideology. And I got a couple clips here that are just an immaculation of just utter ugliness on a level that you just have a hard time imagining how in any other realm they could take this situation and twist and turn the things they do with it. So just buckle up a little bit, because this shit gets ugly. And not in the way you think it would, but this shit gets really fucking ugly.
The discrimination trans and non-binary youth experience is influenced by celebrities like J.K. Rowling, like Dave Chappelle.
Gotcha, bitch!
Who hate them. You already get a real good vibe of just the whole gaslighting. This whole crowd, bro, this is how them old medieval pitchfork groups get storming down the streets. And I know that sounds hyperbolic, but this is a textbook fucking 101 example of how people will get riled up, fired up, ready to light a goddamn torch, and ready to go burn somebody's house down. This is it. Emotion over any sort of logic, won't ask no questions. In fact, if you did ask a question, you'd be probably transphobic and kicked right up out that goddamn group. But this shit, just watch how this it turns into one particular situation that nobody has any idea about. They only know one thing about this situation, is that the child considered themselves non-binary. That is the only fact of this story here that they are aware of. That's all they need. They just needed to know that this child, to them, is part of their community. And they're ready to crucify any and everybody that don't see the world the way they see it. This shit's dangerous.
The violence and the legislation that threatens the well-being of trans and non-binary youth is fueled by media personalities and so-called speakers like
There it is, that lives at TikTok. She is the boogeyman. She is the left's fucking boogeyman. I tell you, I almost fear for the woman. I'm sure, this woman needs round-the-clock security. As much shit as they done to this woman, who solely blew up from reposting other people's posts. You may not like the woman. You may disagree with what she feels and believes politically. But that's how Chaya Raichik became Chaya Raichik. Reposting other people's posts. Like, bro, they were It's scary. I'm trying to tell you, these people are fucking dangerous. They are far, far more dangerous than any far-right group you can name. These people will fucking burn your house to the ground.
There is an infrastructure of anti-trans hate. I hope that wherever your spirit is now, you are surrounded by our healed ancestors and transcestors.
And transcestors. Okay, so we've now got the whole premise of what that group was doing. They're out there over the death of this child who was non-binary in Oklahoma. You've now got the gist of what this torch-burning, pitchfork-stomping group is angry about. Now I'm going to give you a little piece of how and why those people put themselves out on that street. I guarantee you, it's from ingesting articles and videos just like this.
And you might wonder, what happened? Why exactly did it happen? And just how many people are transphobic in that situation? Because good God, there are a lot of transphobic people who would rather see Nex dead than would rather see them alive, which is terrifying, okay?
This dude here, he's something else. Powered by Rainbows, I think is the channel. He's creepy. If there was ever a list that the creeps should fucking be on, Powered by Rainbows should be right at that fucking top of that list. But he got the nerve to talk about transphobic people would rather Nex be dead than alive. I'm trying to tell you, them pitchfork, fucking torch, storming clowns on that street corner, thinking they're out there fighting a good fight. These are the people they're listening to.
You have the governor of the state of Oklahoma being transphobic. You have the superintendent of schools for Oklahoma working with a known terrorist organization and taking pictures happily with a terrorist.
That's Chaya. That's Chaya again. You're going to hear that name a lot. You're going to hear that fucking name in every fucking video I'm about to show you. A known terrorist, right? Everybody's transphobic. I mean, every fucking body is transphobic to these people. If you're not lockstep with the cause, with the fight, you're transphobic. They just destroy every sense of words and what they mean in every way. I'm telling you, from top to bottom, left to right, up to down, they have changed the definition of every fucking word you could ever imagine to fit their narrow-minded fucking worldview. It's scary, bro. I'm trying to tell you, this shit, these people should scare you more than any other group on this planet at the moment.
You have the coroner of the situation being transphobic as hell. You have the parents of the child being transphobic a little bit. You have everyone involved in this situation being transphobic through and through. And all of this caused Nex Benedict to die.
Not the situation in which the child was involved in. None of that. Not the people that supposedly, we're going to get to all that later. But none of the situation is responsible for why this child died. It's the governor, the coroner, the parents, libs of TikTok. So they're to blame. They're to blame for this child's death. Not the situation at hand, not actually what happened, but they are. You are. If you don't play by their rules, you're responsible for their death.
Chaya Raichik of Libs of TikTok is the queen of defamation who routinely doxes and slanders LGBTQ plus people and their allies, and ironically, she's threatening other people with defamation lawsuits because they're daring to point out that her rhetoric sometimes leads to violence against LGBTQ plus people. They're daring to point out that what she's doing is fostering a climate of hate and bigotry towards queer people that sometimes manifests in violence.
I had to go look that video up. Once I seen this video, I was like, well, I gotta go see what that video is. So once again, we bring it back to Libs of TikTok. It's Libs of TikTok's fault. Of course, she does all this rhetoric that leads to all this violence. How could she be surprised when people are violent or want to be violent to her, right? It's fucking dangerous. That's like the only word I can ever come back to. Is just how actual dangerous what these people play by, the rules they play by, because it only works in one way. Like, their rules will forever protect and cover them. Like, it's always just one way. It's good for us, not good for you. It's fucking hypocritical. They're hypocrites to their fucking core.
Far-right Republican rhetoric contributed to the beating death of a 16-year-old student in Oklahoma.
Contributed to the death of a 16-year-old in Oklahoma. Rhetoric has nothing to do with anything in this fucking case. But this here is the video that Chai was saying, hey, yo, this is defamation. This is actual fucking defamation here. So let's see what she got to say.
And the entire ethos of her social media account is to attack, dehumanize, criticize, and dox queer people.
You use that word, I don't think you know what it means. Nobody dehumanizes anybody. At least all fucking libs of TikTok. Bro, I'm trying to tell you, bro, that's their boogeyman. Libs of TikTok is the leftist fucking boogeyman. I'd argue probably more than Trump with some of these people. Like, yo, they hold libs of TikTok at a real high regard in a sense of dangerous. When they can't just imagine, look in the mirror for a second and just see what they say and do.
And that hateful rhetoric and dehumanizing of queer people, coupled with the broad attacks on trans children, resulted in the death of a child.
Broad attacks resulted in the death. These words mean something. You have to be so fucking removed from actual reality that it's scary for me to imagine how they even live, how they even take care of themselves, how they fucking go day by day, thinking the way they think. Actually imagining that the whole world is out to get them. There's this phantom group of just Nazis and far-right supremacists that are led by fucking libs of TikTok, right? Gee.
This here is Nex Benedict. 3 older girls in the high school
Lie 1. They were not older girls.
beat them to death on the floor of the girls' bathroom.
Lie number 2. They did not beat her to death in the high school bathroom. That did not happen.
The attack was broken up by a teacher who did not call an ambulance, even though Nex could not walk themselves to the nurse's office.
That's another lie. So we got 3 lies back to back to back. She did walk herself to the nurse's office. An ambulance was not called because there was no visible damage. I get you might feel differently about an ambulance being called or not. Fights are fairly common in schools. They don't call the cops or an ambulance for every fight, especially when there's no visible marks or damage.
And did not call the police. Instead, they sent them home to their grandmother, who ended up taking them to the hospital where they succumbed to their injuries.
That's another lie. She didn't die at the hospital that night. She died the next day. So this girl got into a fight at school, went to the hospital, got checked out, they sent her home. She passed the next day. We'll get to a little more specifics here in a little bit. This woman has no idea what happened. This woman in this video right now has no fucking clue of what happened, but can speak with such fucking confidence that it's mind-boggling.
And as a result, she's trying to silence them by threatening them with defamation lawsuits. Now, said violence materializes in a variety of ways. For example, when she falsely accuses pediatric hospitals of doing sex change surgeries on minors.
That's not a false claim. Pediatrics are doing gender surgeries on minors. It happens. It's happened. They made videos about it. Fucking Boston's Child Hospital made videos about doing surgeries on children under 18. They've done it, they're doing it, and they're gonna keep doing it. And you either know that and are lying, or you're just ignorant and can't for a second imagine reading or seeing something that goes counter to your fucking cornball narrative.
Or claims that schools are grooming kids by distributing LGBTQ plus books to them.
Some of them are. Not all of them. Hopefully not most of them. Some definitely fucking are. You're a liar back to back. Back to back lies from old Humanist Report here. Fucking clown.
Well, her followers sometimes get so worked up that they end up harassing or even making bomb threats to whoever's in her crosshairs, 21 and counting so far, according to a report by NBC News.
21 and counting bomb threats from supposedly people who saw Libs of TikTok's posts, took it upon themselves to do something illegal that Libs of TikTok never told them to do, would deny if anybody offered to do it for her, but yet somehow she's responsible for the fucking world and what they do after seeing Libs of TikTok's reposted posts. Tell you, bro, this their boogeyman, bro. They fucking have nightmares about this woman. I hope she's got security. If she ain't got security, I hope she's using the fuck out of the second goddamn amendment, because she's got people that want to fucking take her off the map. I'm telling you, she needs as much security as fucking Trump. Bulletproof doors, all that shit.
But now people are pointing the finger at Chaya Raichik once again because the anti-LGBTQ plus environment that she helped to cultivate at a particular school in Oklahoma led to bullying and ultimately ended in the death of a non-binary teenager named Nex Benedict after they were beaten by 3 girls in a school bathroom. And The Independent reports the bullying had started in earnest at the beginning of the 2023 school year, a few months after Oklahoma's Governor Kevin Stitt signed a bill that required public school students to use bathrooms that matched the sex listed on their birth certificates.
Nothing this guy knows. He knows nothing that has connected it to this bill. They just create this movie in their head of what could have happened, of why this child was bullied. Unfortunately, sadly, tragically, shouldn't have been. But they create an entire fucking narrative of why things happened to this child and connect it to all these other things. Bro, they just get talking points and just put out the memo. It's because of the laws. It's because of the anti-trans. It's because of the governor. It's because of this. It's because of that. It has nothing to do with what fucking actually happened, why the kid was bullied or not. They just make up their whole fucking narrative off of fucking nothing.
A few weeks ago, on the 7th of February, the bullying allegedly erupted in violence when Nex suffered severe head injuries during a physical altercation at Owasso High School, according to the Owasso Police Department. Now, during the physical altercation, Nex was badly beaten and bruised, and at one point, they hit their head on the ground when they were knocked over.
You don't know that. And anything that told you that is from other people who made that entirely up. Because it didn't happen. She wasn't badly beaten and bruised. There's fucking police footage of this woman in the hospital, sitting there smiling, laughing, talking about the whole thing. You'll get it. I'm trying to tell you, these people will lie about everything. They'll lie about every fucking thing in the world and can't imagine that the people that are getting hyped on it are the ones going out there and going to be with the pitchforks and torches. Because they are.
3 older girls allegedly attacked the 16-year-old in the girls' bathroom at a public school in Oklahoma, sparking national outrage about the state's laws and dangerous rhetoric targeting transgender students.
There it is. State laws and rhetoric. Oh my God. Put everybody in a fear frenzy. So all this shit does is continues. Just that fear inside that all these children who just don't know no better, because it gets all the stupid people fucking riled up about it. God forbid, you just see things a different way than what they do. They will lie and gaslight about every fucking thing.
While a teacher did intervene to stop the fight, school staff didn't call an ambulance, despite Nex having a bruised face and scratches on their head.
Wrong. Wrong. Fucking wrong.
Sue told The Independent that Nex had been a victim of bullying since the beginning of the 2023 school year, just a few months after Oklahoma Governor Kevin Stitt signed a bill prohibiting trans students from using public school bathrooms that match their gender identity.
There we go. Remind them of the law. Remind them of that law.
Nex, whose roots can be traced to the Choctaw Nation.
And indigenous. Oh no. Like, what is that? Oh my God. Like, what does that have to do with this situation? It's such a tragedy. It's so sad. I just imagine this family losing their child. And now they're going to watch half the country take it, run with it, and use it as a cudgel to beat their political opponents in the head with it. It's fucking disgusting. And I just hear that first group. Shame, shame, shame. Every fucking one of you motherfuckers should feel all the shame in the fucking world. But you won't. Because you're just treacherous, disgusting fucking people.
Grew up in a supportive home environment that encouraged open conversations about gender. The bullying came from the outside. LGBTQIA plus groups have called Nex's death a hate crime.
Called it a hate crime. Oh my God, the activists called it a hate crime. Have no idea about anything that fucking happened. But yet it's a hate crime. These are the people that want to make these like extra laws to what are already laws, which are already rules that are against the law, against the rule. You can't just bully people in school. If you tell a fucking teacher about it, they're going to have to do something about it. Like, that's the fucking way it works. May not be the greatest in every school, but you're not allowed to do what they did. The kids got in trouble for the fight. I haven't even gotten to the real specifics of it yet. I'm going to get to all that here in a minute. But everything these people saying, they don't know. No one knows anything in all of these reports. But yet they are just fucking guns blazing, ready to just fucking burn it all down.
With some connecting it to the hateful rhetoric spewed by leaders in our state and the far-right social media account Libs of TikTok.
There she is. There she is, fucking boogeyman.
Online influencer Chaya Raichik runs the account and posts anti-trans videos targeting teachers and librarians.
Anti-trans. Anti-fucking, oh my God, whatever.
One of Nex's favorite teachers at their school resigned after they were featured on the Libs of TikTok account.
You know, I had to go look this dude up. Because I was just curious as to who this dude is. This dude is an anti-American, anarchist, woke through and through. Teaching fucking middle schoolers. I wouldn't want this clown teaching my child either. And if you do, you're fucking whacked in the head.
I can get my license revoked for it, for being too woke. That's what I mean. Yeah. Like, trust me, I want to, like, burn down the entire system. Yeah. I am an anarchist.
I'm your parents now. I'm proud of you. Drink some water. I love you.
Hey, if your parents don't love and support you for who you are this Christmas, them. I'm your parents now. I love you. Drink some water. Proud of you.
His TikTok page backdoors his secret curriculum. Here is a list of books that Tyler wants to hide from parents on his TikTok link tree.
Yeah, thank God. Thank God they brought to the attention who this clown was, teaching fucking kids in middle school. Fucking anti-American, fucking anti-white, fucking clown. These motherfuckers are clowns, teaching fucking children. They got no fucking business doing it. Call me any fucking thing you want. Take that shit somewhere else.
An NBC News investigation found that Raichik's anti-LGBTQIA+ posts have been linked to 33 threats.
Holy shit, now it's 33. The last report, Libs of TikTok was connected to 21. This article Shorty posted, she's connected to 33. They can't even get their lies straight at this point. It's just such a flood, bro. They got nerve talking about disinformation, misinformation, lies, and rhetoric. That's all these motherfuckers have, bro. They live and breathe this shit. Every fucking thing they think and believe is fucking rhetoric and bullshit. All of it.
Under a law signed 2 years ago by Oklahoma.
Oh God, of course it's Vosh. Old pedo fucking Vosh. He couldn't fucking not touch upon this. Gotta put his little commie fucking spin on it.
Governor Kevin Stitt. Students can only use public school bathrooms that correspond with the gender designation on their birth certificate.
And if you catch it, every fucking video on this will bring up trans laws, anti-trans bathroom laws. Every fucking video. Bro, it's like a memo that goes out to all the leftists, and it's just a bullet point of, okay, bring up anti-trans laws, okay, bring up the rhetoric of Libs of TikTok, bring far-right hate groups, and none of it has anything to do with the case. None of it. Zero. They don't know it does. They weren't told that it does, other than their other groups that they're all spiderweb connected to in this leftist commie clown world, but got the nerve to just read from the same fucking articles, bro. Like, dude, that's how we get to where we're at. People get so confirmed because there will be 1 billion articles about it. They'll fucking see 1 million goddamn videos about it. And they're all wrong. Every fucking one of them is a lie or wrong. It's one of the two. There's no kind of middle in that. You're either lying about everything or you're just fucking wrong. And won't nobody come out later and fucking clear the record. Oh man, I said this last week, but this turned out not be right. And man, I'm real sorry about that. And I shouldn't have jumped the gun and fucking put all this rhetoric out into the fucking world. They've already moved on to the next fucking case that they can politicize all the fucking shit.
That's why on February 7th, Nex Benedict, a non-binary gender-fluid 16-year-old sophomore at Owasso High School, was in the girls' bathroom with another student. The pair encountered 3 older girls.
She wasn't in the bathroom because of the fucking law. That girl went into the bathroom to fight. That girl, Shorty, them, they, Nex, went into that bathroom and started a fucking fight. Nex did that. Not the other girls. Nex started the fucking fight.
So they just continue to pick on you and pick on you. Then at some point you did what happened? They got up and confronted you in class, or did you say it was the bathroom or the hallway? Okay, the bathroom.
We were going to stack chairs, and after we stacked chairs, we went to the bathroom.
Okay.
And I was talking with my friends, they were talking with their friends, and we were laughing, and they had said something like, "Why do they laugh like that?" And they were talking about us in front of us. And so I went up there and I poured water on them. Okay. And then all 3 of them came at me.
Were the girls maybe cracking on her, joking on her and her friends? Probably. Shorty started that entire encounter. The other girls were already in the bathroom. Shorty then goes to the water fountain outside of it, fills a water bottle up, goes into the bathroom, and throws it on the girls.
Surveillance video from outside of the bathroom shows what led up to it. Here you can see 6 students enter the room on the right-hand side. Later, you see Nex at the water fountain. This is important as they admit they threw water at some of the other students after they were making fun of Nex. About 15 seconds later, Nex heads into the bathroom.
That's how it all started. It was not an altercation. It was not physical until Nex threw water on the other girls. None of it is okay. It's all wrong. They were all fucking being kids. Fucking kids are bad. Kids are stupid. Kids do dumbass shit all the fucking time. Kids are bullied for a million fucking reasons. Doesn't make it right. Doesn't excuse it. But God forbid, trans kids aren't the only fucking kids who get bullied. All kids get bullied. It's on fucking adults and parents to either step in between it and stop it, or to fucking teach a kid to ignore it and fucking move on. This kid took it upon it. Nex took it upon themselves to go in there and throw water on the other children and started this entire altercation with 3 other children who were younger than Nex was. She's a sophomore. The other children were freshmen.
And I use the word loosely, but the bantering or whatever it is going back and forth between you guys. Obviously, you know each other. Obviously, you both
We don't know each other.
Well, you know of each other with the vape situations and all that.
No, before this we had no recollection. Before this ISP thing, we never saw each other. The freshmen were sophomore.
Okay.
We didn't know any.
It's all lies. Every fucking thing these guys say about this case is a fucking lie.
And a physical altercation ensued. The incident lasted just 2 minutes before other students and staff member intervened. Just 2 minutes? In a school bathroom?
It was 19 seconds.
And only 19 seconds later, you can see a school faculty member rush toward the commotion. After that, the students can be seen exiting the bathroom.
19 seconds. That's how long the altercation lasted. And I'm telling you, every article or video I saw, they all claim that same 2 minutes. All of them. And how did it go on for that long? How dare it go on for 2 minutes? It happened for 19 seconds. 19 seconds.
How did they not get this at the medical center? By examine, do they mean like a doctor looked in their eyes and checked their pupils? Like after a head injury, no scan? This is insane.
Everything you say is fucking insane, Walsh. All of it. I'd imagine everything you come down on a certain topic about, the complete, utter fucking opposite is the right side to come down on. These motherfuckers are so insulated and affirmed and confirmed in just reading and regurgitating the same bullshit that the same lying motherfuckers that they agree with say. That's it. They don't fucking look into nothing. They look into nothing. They'll just listen and fucking repost all the shit from the same no good lying motherfuckers like themselves.
My guess would be internal bleeding of the brain. I'm not a doctor. I don't know. All I know is that they should have been able to see it.
Oh no, I'm not this, but they should have. Oh no, I don't know. I'm not, but they should have. Yeah, great fucking take, clown.
Oh, there's the governor. Lovely. Ryan Walters was the state superintendent of public schools here. Last year, Walters released a public service video in which he described being trans as, quote, an assault on the truth.
Abso-fucking-lutely. It is an assault on the truth. Because every fucking one of you are liars. Every fucking one of you are lying, gaslighting, word definition changing, no good gremlin motherfuckers.
And said, quote, we have injected radical gender theory in telling kids they might be other genders. It's dangerous. It puts our girls in jeopardy.
Fucking right it does. When can't nobody say the fucking truth, or unless you get labeled transphobic, or get some fucking pitchfork torch carrying fucking clown mob at your goddamn doorstep, it is fucking dangerous. And you motherfuckers are so goddamn self-imposed blinded that I can't imagine whatever it takes to get you clowns to snap the fuck out of it. Because you are so fucking heels dug into this shit, head so far up your fucking ass. It's gonna take something real fucking bad for this shit to turn around.
Oh, that's right. Just last month, Libs of TikTok lady, Chaya Raichik, was appointed to the Library Advisory Board as like a culture war move here. Yeah. They were like, What this person who's known pretty much entirely for prompting bomb and death threats to teachers and what have you, we'll put them on the library advisory board.
Fucking boogeyman. Fucking boogeyman lives at TikTok. I'm telling you, bro, but that's how it all goes. That's how it all goes, from one to the other, to where you finally get fucking hundreds of people out on a street corner ready to go burn something down. Listening to somebody say Dave Chappelle or Greg Abbott with such utter fucking hatred behind even just saying those names. Get the whole crowd just cheering and booing and fucking ready just to, I'm telling you, they're dangerous. They're fucking dangerous. They will burn your fucking house to the ground. They're not open to questions. They're not open to the fucking facts. It's the narrative. It's the fucking narrative, and they will live and die by it because they've got a million other lemons that are as dumb and as blind as they are. It's unfortunate that this child died. My heart breaks for her, their family. It's a true fucking tragedy. But the truth of it is, if that girl, if they never threw water on those other children, who Shorty even said, she said, yo, I went into the bathroom, threw water on the girls. One of them grabbed her by the hair, and she grabbed the other chick, grabbed her by her hair, and banged her into a paper towel rack.
Then at that point, what happened?
They came at me, they grabbed onto my hair, I grabbed onto them, I threw one of them into a paper towel dispenser, and then they got my legs out from under me and got me on the ground, started beating the shit out of me.
After the fight, school surveillance video captures Nex walked.
Fucking police in there talking to her like, Shorty, you started this entire thing. And then every story in the world talk about for 2 minutes. For 2 minutes, they beat this girl senseless and had bruises and scratches. She had none of it. Listening to the story, this is complete speculation, but it's better and more honest than what any of the people I just showed you would be willing to give to any of this. It almost sounds like the girl OD'd. Going from the 911 call of the grandmother who had this child in her custody, from what the grandmother is describing, it sounds like this child overdosed. It sounds like she took too many of whatever they might have sent her home with and just went out. And it's heartbreaking to imagine. But as heartbreaking as it is, it's 10 times more disgusting when ideological fucking gremlin pieces of fucking lying shit will take the story and just spin it, twist it, and work it however they can to try and get a political fucking win. Y'all are scary. Y'all motherfuckers are far more dangerous than any Greg Abbott or Nikki fucking Clown Haley rhetoric has ever been. I'll fucking never be one of your clowns as allies. Not fucking never.